Hey guys, so today's video is a very important topic that I feel like a lot of people don't understand, and if they did, right, it would just make their life so much easier. And you can let me know in the comments below if you are making this mistake, or if I maybe taught you something, or maybe I missed something and you think people should know it. But the topic today is agency, right? And I'll give you a few examples of like why I think people misunderstand like not just its importance, right? And the fact that you can't and probably shouldn't want to change um, the fact that people value it. Um, but how you can navigate and use the understanding of like the importance of agency in your life to sort of get rid of a lot of frustration points. And I think like there's a lot of specifically mothers, right? But also people in management or just pretty much anyone that needs to sort of understand some level of soft power, right? And getting around sort of one of the more important parts of human psychology. Um, so agency, right? And in another way to say it is freedom. And if you don't think this is important, you have to understand that like wars have been fought over freedom, right? Um, People don't do bad things because they're scared they lose their freedom, right? And so, um, an example of like how doing this wrong in life, I came up with like a specific like situation, right? So Susie is let's say she's 16, she's just got her first job. She's working at a restaurant, right? And she's busy doing cutlery in the kitchen, right? She's busy preparing cutlery to put on tables, and a more senior waiter comes in and he goes, "Susie, go clean table 4." Right? And Susie's gonna be like, "Ah, man, I'm busy here, right?" And so um, the the situation here is very similar to a teenager, right? He's busy playing video games. He's playing video games, and his mom walks in and going like, "Bill, go clean your room," or "Bill, go do the dishes," or "I told you to clean the kitchen," or whatever it is, right? Whatever it is. Um, and to which the kid's always gonna like, ah, you know, frustration because the actual fundamental thing that they don't like it's not about cleaning the kitchen, but you're making a mistake, and 99.99% of people cannot verbalize, right? They cannot be like, okay, you did something, I don't like it, right? And so their only reaction is frustration or anger, like, I don't, because they don't have the words. So they have to use an emotive expression to express that they are displeased at the situation, right? And so the whole goal of today is to sort of help you understand, right, what I'm going to put into words, what they're feeling, right? So, like, instead of them having to react, they can sort of, and so if someone does it to you, you can be like, sorry, um, I don't appreciate being told what to do, right? Because that is a fundamental fact, right? No one actually likes being told what to do. Um, and actually, no, that doesn't make them a bad person, right? And it's a very specific human thing. Um, Agency, your ability to do what you want, is a psychologically very important thing. And in any situation where you don't think that you have that, where you think that there are people around you that can make you stop what you're doing or whatever it is, right? And make you do what they want you to do, that is a psychologically devastating thing, right? And so the reactions that you see are like, like, I don't like this, right? They're trying to sell, like, I don't like the fact that you have this power over me, right? And a lot of the times they'll throw toys and they'll like walk out because they don't want to be in the situation, right? So like if you think back of all the times that this has happened, they're like, I don't like that you have this power over me. Does it mean that you can't get your son to wash the dishes or clean the kitchen or clean his room um or Susan is not going to clean table 4? No, there is ways to do it, right? And like, if I didn't understand those ways, then I wouldn't be making this video because I would just be pointing out something you kind of already know, but I mean, probably just didn't have the words to sort of explain, right? So, actually, no, this is not a small deal. I mean, humans fight wars over it, right? The nuclear arsenal in the world right now is there because we like our freedom as much as we do as humans, and we all tend to agree that that's not a bad thing. So before you try, you know, go the hard routes on your child, I mean, just understand, like, this is probably not something that you're gonna want to change about um, about your kids or about human nature. So, I mean, let's start there. Um, but let's just understand where people that have kind of got around it have learned to get around it, and why you can toughen it up a bit, but then also how there's a few other ways that you can go about it, right? So, um, my favorite is walking into the kitchen and going, "Hey, Susan, table 4 needs to be cleared." Oh yeah, sure, Ethan, no problem. I'll be right out. Right? So if you notice, I didn't say like, okay, Susan, go clean table 4, because that's right. That's doing the exact. I'm just giving her information, right? Well, your your room is kind of dirty, and that's not something we really accept in this house. And then just waits a few minutes, see what happens. But I mean, like, even that for a kid, I would agree, not the best, not the best approach to getting things done. My favorite approach, actually, let's go back to the restaurant because it works. And like, I know people that work in restaurants are like all kinds of delinquent. Not always, but like I've worked in enough restaurants to know that like sometimes they're, and like they always do their duties, right? Even if I was one of those delinquents, and I like their model, and I think maybe some more households should be thinking about using that model, and it's simple, right? So a restaurant has has a list of duties, right? And people, and like the list rotates, right? So it's fair, right? So in a house, right? So someone might have to do dishes today, and someone might have to clean the living room, and someone might have to mop the patio to, like, and so like the shifts always rotate. And um the problem then comes in, like, if you don't institute the structure, um, then you have the fundamental problem anyways. So if it's, let's say, dishes, right, and dishes get done whenever, right, you still have the problem of, Bill, go do the dishes, right? But when the duties are inside a structure, right? So let's say at 7 o'clock, just after everyone wakes up, is duty time, right? So people know that it's part of the structure, and everyone at that time is, and so it isn't a case of like, Bull, go do this. Everyone does their thing, and you're like, well, everyone's doing their thing. Why you not doing your thing? And sort of, it just, like, putting duties in structure tends to help quite a lot. But these are two ways. But the ultimate thing is the last resort, right? The last resort should always be telling people what to do, right? Um, it's not a route. I mean, and for heaven's sakes, there's nothing wrong with your child because he doesn't want to do what you tell him to do. For heaven's sakes, if I tell you what to do, you're gonna freak out, right? It's inherent in human psychology, right? It's the fundamental idea. Like, hey, like no one likes it, right? Um, and so if you don't like being told what to do, your kids are not gonna be like being told what to do. And I mean, if you just acknowledge that, the amount of pain and suffering in your own life that you can just erase by tackling the situation just a little bit more creatively. Um, and I mean, like, I feel like a lot of people are very deliberate and very, very knowledgeable about how spiteful this action really is, but they insist on doing it anyways, right? Under the guise that they are righteous, that the action in whatever action in question has to happen, right? So Bill has to clean the room. So his mom comes in, he's like, I know you're not going to like this, Bill, but I'm going to do it anyways. And then Bill freaks out, right? Because he knows his mom's just gunning him, right? And his mom knows she's just gunning Bill, right? And like Bill's like, this is not right, man. But Bill doesn't have the words to say it, right? And so I mean, like, world peace starts at home. I, like world like world peace starts as just poor Bill, man. Just be like, Bill, the kitchen needs to be clean, right? And just see what happens. And like maybe Bill finds so much joy, right, out of the inherent satisfaction of his own agency. Maybe Bill finds joy in doing the dishes himself. Maybe, like, Bill, it's actually not so bad to do dishes, It's kind of fun. There's 10 minutes here, you get to think, right? To think, oh, kitchen's nice, and then you accomplish something. It's just all, man, it's Gucci. Put on some music while you do it, right? Make it fun. Make it an activity. And I mean, if you brought Bill up like that, I mean, that is a completely different situation. Does Bill understand why dishes have to get done? Because I mean, like, that's the other very important soft tool. I mean, you don't want to go micromanaging everyone. Like, I mean, that's just a terrible way to live your own life, right? So you're like, oh no, you need to do this and you need to do this. And I'm not really surprised mothers are exhausted as they are with this kind of attitude. I'm not saying I know what it's like to be a mother. I'm just saying, like, micromanagement is not the best way to do things. I mean, this also counts if you're on a Fortune 500 company or running a small restaurant, or it doesn't matter. Like, it could be just like the people around you. I mean, like, you can't escape it, right? And so finding creative solutions to these problems is extremely important, right? And if it happens to you, right, being able to verbally express, like, just like, I mean, like, even that, right? Just the fact that, like, you don't have to express with action or pure emotively. Like, listen, agency is a very important thing to people. And by giving me direct instructions like this, you're negating my own free will to choose what I do with my time, my body. And psychologically, or, just ethically, this is not a very healthy situation where I'm in this place and I just get told what to do and I don't have a say about it. Um, so I appreciate information. I appreciate understanding, or people helping me understand why I should do things. But being told what to do, I feel like, is the antithesis of why humans would want knowledge or growth or anything like that. So I can make my own decisions, right? Um, you know, so like whatever it is, like, you know, find better words. But I mean, like, it doesn't have to be like throwing the remote and like storming out the house and throwing your toys and like, I don't like this, you know. Doesn't, right? And so, like, you know, both sides, both sides need to start with understanding. It's like, understand why we do the dishes, right? And like, that's a video I'll make. um but yeah, uh just be understanding. um and I mean, if you don't like it, well, I don't know, I don't think other people are going to. But yeah, so today's video, agency. um I don't know, did I miss something? Do you feel that I wasn't understanding enough for mothers? um do you do you, is there something I should add? Do you have any tactics, right? Do you perhaps have a way? So the other thing is, like, do you have to go with the soft voice and go, oh, my angel pie, would you please do this, because it would be so amazing. But like, and then when they still, because you still told them what to do, right? Just in a soft voice. I'm not really forcing you to do it, but it would be nice, right? And yeah, so like, what is the what is your preferred way around it, right? um and did it help out? Do you think just a little bit of peace in your life? Maybe. Right, well, have a good one, guys. This is your daily realization, and I'll see you for more tomorrow.